Hi guys, welcome to MediaByte. Thank you for clicking on this video. If you are like me, action movies have never really been your thing, which means the action movies stick out to you really love. And with that in mind, this is my list of my own personal top 5 favorite action movies ever, so stick around to see our list. And if you want to follow us on Twitter, it is at MediaByteCo and Instagram is at MediaByteCompany. With that, let's get started. Number 5 is 2010's Dread, which in my opinion in this list, this movie is probably the prettiest out of all of them. I cannot explain how amazing the slow motion is in this movie and just how pretty it is. There's a lot that happens in this movie, but basically there's a judge, which is a cop that serves as judge, jury, and executioner. He gets stuck in this building which is full of people who are looking to kill him, and then there's this drug that slows people's brains down, I believe to like 15 times less than speed or something like that. And it honestly is really incredible, good movie, and has some moments that make me really excited. It's honestly super hard to explain everything about this movie, but there's something so freaking cool about the way this movie is not only shot and directed, but also acted and written. This is like a really amazing movie and honestly incredible. I really think the cinematography in this movie is the best I've seen in an action movie like this. Nobody, starring not a nobody, Saul Goodman's own Bob Odenkirk, who honestly is an absolutely incredible job at this movie. Basically, he's part of a group of nobodies, and he slowly but surely has to save his family. And there's so much more that honestly happens in this movie, but it makes me so happy because there is nothing like watching Bob Odenkirk go absolutely ham on random bad guys. Honestly, this movie is really interesting, and I do hope eventually there is a sequel to this film. Bourne Identity is honestly kind of similar to Nobody in certain ways, except this is way more over apparent. Basically, the government is after Jason Bourne after he does something interesting. This movie is about him finding out how to prove to the government that he isn't as bad as people have made him out to seem. I really love the action in this movie because it's not super over exaggerated, and it really does a good job of making sure that nothing seems to break the logic of the movie that is set up. The sequel to the original raid, upon which this group of people have to enter into this building and make it all the way to the top floor. It's honestly really freaking amazing, and the action is way more interested in the martial arts sort of, instead of just punching and pistol whipping people. And it's also shot like one huge shot, and all the cuts are completely hidden, so honestly it just feels like you're just a member of the group, and I really love that about Raid 2. Number 1 on the list, I'm not sure if this was a surprise or not a surprise, that is up to you to be honest. Oh my god, the original Raid is Raid 2 on steroids. Honestly, this movie may be the only action movie that I think is legitimately, that is incredibly underrated and needs to be talked about more. There's nothing as seriously well directed and shown and written than this movie. I think this movie has some of the best shots and choreography of any film of this type. If you haven't seen Raid and never wanted to watch any action movies, you should see this movie at least to maybe see the good side of action movies of this kind. Well, that is my list. Thank you for watching. If you disagreed, please put your list in the comments below. I want to know everything about you. If you want to give us any amount of money on Patreon, I would be more than happy. You don't have to do that at all. You can listen to all of the podcasts on the podcast network, JNA/MediaBytePodcast and Exploring Cinema. Thank you for watching. You can follow us on Twitter at MediaByteCo and Instagram is at MediaByteCompany. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we will see you all in the next one. Peace.